And the team we're going to see first in this particular programme, that's Bohemians in action against the joint leaders of the French First Division, Bordeaux. Now, Bows were a goal down after the first leg, but very much in the Lions' den for the second.
Because of injuries, Bordeaux have made 4 changes from the side that played at Parc in the first leg. Among those missing, the goal scorer then Dugarry, but Paya, who was suspended then, is back at number 9. Bows with a small army of travelling support. Welcome back Dave Henderson with a Scandinavian spelling and goal, and 1 change from the first leg, still captained by Pat Fenlon. Cousins will play up front on his own in the number 9 shirt. Bordeaux with Paris Saint-Germain, the top of the French First Division at the moment, a strong side. Depend a lot on skill. That's Brown coming in on the full back, Lizarazu, and a free kick for Bordeaux. Bow has been stretched at the back early in the game. Young Brown subbed against Shamrock Rovers at the RDS on Sunday last. Getting a word of consolation there from his captain, Pat Fenlon. No doubt about the free kick, but no question of a booking. That's Vercruz over at the ball there. Experienced French international, the number 10. Plays attacking midfield role. Flicked away off the head there of Mick Moody. Senac, the captain of Bordeaux, in possession. That's done, number 6. 7 is Moody. And number 6 for Bordeaux is Did. Manager Roland Toby. Off the foot of Best at the back. But still the pressure stays on, always does against these very good sides who like to attack. Maurice O'Driscoll at the heart of the Bows defence. Eamon Gregg trying to encourage his team to get into it. Only 1 down, remember. Paye, the centre forward, coming in, but Henderson, a very experienced player, Dave Henderson, and Bows really need all of it this evening. Four men across the back. Croisset just positioned ahead of them as a buffer to the back four, and Cousins up front in the zone, so it's a hopeless task for him. Here's Zidane cutting it back. Paya trying to get onto the end of it again, but no joy for him. But Zidane up the left, the number 7, is indeed causing problems. Here he is again, has plenty of time to look up, and a nice cut back. The centre forward really should have done better. But it's very comfortable for them at the back. They're able to play it around, pick their passes, pick their men. Deeb gets this attack goal to Fofana, a man from the Ivory Coast with a cracking left foot. And Henderson well down. He didn't quite get it, and he knows it. Disgusted at himself. It really was a clear shooting chance under the foot of Maurice O'Driscoll. And still Bows defend, channeling everybody back. 7 Bows players in their own half, and allowing Bordeaux to set it up comfortably from the back, mainly through their libero Santos. Full back just made a little meal of it there for a moment. Such good instant first control. That's deep. Good out ball here for Fofana. Trying to cross on his right foot. He manages it quite comfortably. Paye, but a poor ball back from the number 9. The defence under a bit of pressure there. Number 7, Mick Moody, and Dave Henderson seeing the funny side of it. There's got to be constant pressure for Dave Henderson with Driscoll and Best and Moody at the back. Here's Deeb again, the long-haired man, 33 years old, Marcel Deeb. Nice piece of play by Senac. And Bows get out of deep defence for once. Donald Braun. Well, he either didn't hear the call or couldn't supply the pass, but the pressure's on again. Zidane, and he's onside. It's Vercruz, and a good save by Dave Henderson, doing extremely well. Offers his hand so that Vercruz won't forget to offer him the congratulations. But a good save. He got a nice piece of the ball. It was a lovely through ball. Bows were probably looking for offside. There's no doubt the linesman was in line. Good save, Henderson. task for Tony Cousins up front on his own. Here's Vercruz again, the attacking midfield player. Played for France in the '86 World Cup in Mexico. So vastly experienced player. Zidane, deep. And the challenge came in from Dunn. Just lining up to have a crack in here. Henderson has to come out quickly, and that's a brilliant save by Henderson. And we see that on replay. You'll see how clean he was on the ball, because that could so easily have been brought down on Paya there in the penalty. Watch this, it's a lovely piece of handling by Dave Henderson. The pressure stays on, but Bohs are delighted with a goal kick. Bohs really wanted to hold them out for the first quarter of the game, and that was successfully done. Bohemians, as you can see, have lost their identity in Bordeaux. They're now just called Dublin. Zidane, strong, very strong, getting on the ball, causing O'Driscoll to come in. Henderson gets down. Henderson goes again for that side netting. As Vercruz and Fofana try to get something out of the crumbs, but again, good work by Henderson. Zidane causing an awful lot of problems, this 21-year-old. First block from Henderson. Kelch is in there, the number 3. Fofana couldn't get it in. Right foot not as good as his left. This is a very good player, this 21-year-old. Strong, skillful. Zidane. This is the chance, and there is Zidane. Paya in the move. 1-0 on the night, 2-0 on aggregate. The pressure was on. Really, I suppose something has to give in the end. Fofana with the header down. Paya running onto it, unmarked. Best just couldn't get in a telling challenge. Henderson tried to take up a good position, but in the end, the totally unmarked Zidane putting it in the net. 21 minutes gone when the ball entered the net, but Bohs a bit scarce on defenders. No question of offside. Good finish, but really unchallenged. He has been looking the best player of the 7. Bohs trying to salvage a little something out of this. O'Connor had brought down. Bohs skipper is Pat Fenlon. Goal coming after 22 minutes play. Maurice O'Driscoll up to add his considerable height to the attack. And that was Bohs' first real offensive in the game. Deep getting in there with the challenge. Undone. Strong fellow, the long-haired Deep. Robbie Best, the current player, concedes the throw-in to Bordeaux. Smallish crowd in their well-appointed stadium. A stadium that's getting big crowds this season in the French First Division. They won at the weekend against Lille. But on goal difference, Paris Saint-Germain ahead of them in the First Division, same number of points. Again, the build-up on the left to try and free this man, the number 7 Zidane, who is giving quite a torment to Braun. The Bohs right back, goes for the return. The angle is very narrow, and he scrapes it across beautifully. That's a great piece of play. Vercruz the scorer, but it's all about the number 7 Zidane. Brilliant play. He had really to cut that back with expert skill, almost from the dead ball line. Watch when he goes for the return here from Paya. Almost out of play. Beautiful cutback and a simple header for Vercruz. 2-0. 24 minutes gone, and the tie surely over. All that's left for Bohs is pride. It was a beautifully judged pass and a magnificent cross. And who are The goalkeeper on the headed pass back, touching the ball for the first time in the first half. Right on half-time. So it's fair to say, the old cliche, they've dominated the exchanges. Santos, a sweeper, untroubled at the back, able to show his passing skills. Again, they're aiming to get something going up the left. This Fofana is challenging this time. Not a bad looking ball by Cruz. And covered back by Mick Moody at his back post. Fofana trying his luck at the left-hand side this time. Man from the Ivory Coast was in their side that won the African Championship last year. And Vercruz, the attacking midfield player, and Henderson got a piece of it again. Braun for Bose. Santos. Braun gives it away, unfortunately, to Vercruz. Sarasu, cross, simple little header. And Henderson been left very exposed in there. He's having a great chat with Vercruz. In what common language, I don't know, but there's been a lot of handshakes and back slaps between them since kickoff. I think offside was pretty glaring there. Santos again on the ball, rolling it out to his left back. Plenty of passes available for Bordeaux every time he's onside, there's no question. It's Vercruz, chance for Fofana, and he squands it. Not for the first time in the game. Hitting it on his near foot when he might have let it run across his body and try and scalp it, but obviously he doesn't fancy his right foot. I think Henderson might have had it covered. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. It was still as it was at half-time, 2-0 for Bordeaux. They know it's all comfortable now, they're home and dry. But this man Henderson still has a lot left and has played really well in goal for Bose. Despite the fact that he's suffering from an Achilles problem and playing with the painkiller, he can't beat experience. Neat, skillful, thoughtful football from Bordeaux. Fofana to Vercruz. Dib. Henderson, perhaps fortune favouring the brave then, as Pryor came in. Braun got it away to Moody. Moody to Dunn. Bose unable to be cohesive at midfield, and when they have possession, finding it hard to keep it. Just to look back at that again as Henderson groped for it across the goal. Didn't get a finger to it as it slid away from the attack. This time, even Dave Henderson could do nothing about it. Paye, who's been threatening to score all evening, finally does so. Makes it 3-0 on the night, 4-0 at aggregate. And that's really the final nail, I suppose, in Bo's coffin now. Again, the defence left exposed with a quick counter-attack. Fofana, the one who slips it out on the right, and Deep, the right side midfield player with a perfect cross. The pace of the runner was good, and the header was good as well. 3-0. Manager Corbis, pleased no doubt to get this one over and get into the next round of the competition. Hardest of all the competitions, they say, to win, the UEFA. Pat Fenlon, Bo's skipper. Dave Tilson, who's been mostly confined to defensive midfield duties on the evening. Vercruz here, challenging with Tony Cousins. But they can afford to show off now, Bordeaux. Victory in the bag. Plenty of goals to go with it. And now they can start to impress the spectators. Nice little combinations of 1-2s, get Paye away. And a very good save by Henderson there, very good one indeed. really did well again, Dave Henderson, on the double. Not for the first time in this game. Great slow build-up, then the quick. Got across marvellously on his left hand, and then got down again to deny Fofana. And deep goes off. Daniel comes in. Grenet comes in for Paya. Chance to give the subs a chance, and there's Grenet. And again Henderson was down, this time with a knee block. Good feeling of the high ball by Henderson. Good save, remember, in the first half on his right hand. Equally good one on his left hand second half. So he certainly owes nobody anything in the Bows camp. Unfortunately for him and for his club, the score is 3 on the evening, 4 on aggregate. Here's the one he blocked with his knees, or his shins. Ball being played up to Cousins. He's very tired. He's had a run right across the Bordeaux back four, covering every defensive player. It really is a thankless task for the front player. To be the first tackler each time, try and cover everything. And at this stage of the match, he is spent. Donald Brown beginning to look a bit tired too. He's had a tough time up that flank with Zidane in particular. Good advantage played there by the referee. Will it be good for Bows though? No, it's not. Fofana puts it away in the 23rd minute of the second half, makes it 4-0. Bows would have been delighted to see Paul Wheeler there with Damien Byrne and Eamon Gregg. He would have been delighted to see the referee blowing for the foul, which undoubtedly it was. But it was an advantage played, ball played through. Best had them played on, or was it Dunn had them played on? And Fofana went on and picked a spot. That was that. Henderson left in splendid isolation. Has to try and cover as much as he can, but even he can't do any more than that. There was the foul by Moody on Grenet. Referee said, come on, play on. And unfortunately, he was played onside. Jimmy Crawford, 14 on the Bows side, second half. Good left side player, but tough one to put him into now. They come looking for another one, and they've got it. The second goal of the evening for Vercruz. The fifth goal for his side. And another move created up the left-hand side. Izrazu, the fullback with the final cross. Zidane with the pass that opened up the heart of the defence. The fullback cross, the simple tap in to finish it. 5-0. Some very good crossing, both from the fullback and the left side midfield player. Has been a problem for Bows from kickoff. So 5-0 on the leg, 6-0 on the tie. Huar didn't touch the ball too often in the match, but he's the last to touch it. That's the final whistle. Bordeaux, the most comfortable of winners, a very good side, as they may prove before this French season is out. 5-0 on the evening.
And I see that Dublin got nil, not Bohemians. In fact, it could have been a lot worse than 5, because I think it's fair to say the Bohemians are well out of their league. But a good performance indeed by Dave Henderson. He certainly contained that score.